Despite having an upgraded chipset, improved battery, and the latest version of Samsung's One UI software, the Samsung Galaxy S24 will still be having the design as its previous model, the S23.
Yeah, really.
There wouldn't be any camera upgrades in the base models either, only the Ultra versions appear to have a few alterations to its camera setup. Let's delve deeper into their details as I take you through everything you could expect in the Galaxy S24. Let's get started. The Samsung Galaxy lineup has maintained exquisite designs and display qualities over the years. The S20, S21, S22, and S23 have all followed this path, but their designs look somehow very similar.
It's interesting.
So naturally you'd expect the S24 to come with an eye-catching design but something a bit different from the designs of its predecessors. But according to Revegness, a reliable insider, the S24 and S24 Plus will keep the same design as their predecessors. This actually makes sense considering that Samsung mostly keeps the same designs of their smartphones for at least 2 years before making any major changes. The S23 brought a number of subtle changes from the S22, a reason why Samsung could maintain the same look for the S24. The display won't have any change either. The S24 will repeat the 6.1 inches Super AMOLED display screen with 2340 by 1080 pixels of resolution and 120 Hz refresh rate of the S23, but its chipset will have a massive upgrade. More on that next. One of the major changes of the S23 models was the introduction of the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset that brought massive changes from the S22's Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. For example, it improved the GPU and CPU performances of the S23, proved to be more energy efficient than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, and also introduced a lightning speed Wi-Fi and internet connectivity.
Ushers in the Wi-Fi 7 era with the Fast Connect 7800. The world's first and only Wi-Fi 7 solution with high-band simultaneous multilink. HBS Multilink unlocks global peak Wi-Fi 7 performance, more than doubling Wi-Fi 6 speeds, now up to 5.8 gigabits per second, with sustained latency of less than 2 milliseconds.
As a flagship phone, many expect Samsung to equip the S24 with the best processor they could lay hands on. And that's what they will be doing with the S24. Although there have been some rumors suggesting a possible return of Samsung's Exynos 2000 chipset, Ice Universe thinks the possibility of adopting Exynos 2400 in Galaxy S24 series is zero, making it more likely for the S24 to have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, especially now that Qualcomm has confirmed it's begun the production of the Gen 3. This massively improves the battery health of the S24. More on the S24's battery later in the video. Please subscribe to our channel for more of such content on the Samsung Galaxy S24 and smartphones in general. You've got you covered. Now to the cameras. Even though the S23 and S23 Plus did not get the massive 200 megapixels main camera upgrade of their Ultra version, their 50 megapixels wide-angle lens, 12 MP ultra-wide, and a 10 MP short telephoto lens are pretty good. But if you were expecting an upgrade in the base models of the S24, then I'm sorry to say you'll be disappointed.
I am sorry.
Samsung will be repeating the same camera setup and same 50 MP Samsung GN3 sensor for the third year in a row. What appears to have some changes is the S24's Ultra version. Whereas some leaks suggest the S24 will feature a 1-inch sized camera sensor, which will not only make it one of the largest on the market but also bigger than the rumored sensor of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Other sources suggest the S24 Ultra could feature 3 lenses instead of 4. Scraping off one of the 2 telephoto lenses to boost the remaining one from 100x maximum zoom to 150x. The software of the S24 will have an upgrade as well. I will talk about that in a minute. Stay tuned. The 3900 mAh battery of the Galaxy S23 is probably one of the weakest features of the lineup.
Not good. Not good at all.
Although it does the work, comparing it to other smartphones such as the OnePlus 10 Pro, which features a 5000 mAh battery which can last for about 2 days, shows how necessary it is for Samsung to upgrade the battery capacity of the S24. Fortunately, we could be seeing a battery upgrade, which is very needed considering how much power it will need to run its more powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. The good thing is that this bigger battery wouldn't require a design change of the S24 to make room for a bigger battery space. Reports suggest Samsung is working on a new battery design inspired by electric vehicles that would allow a higher density cell to be squeezed into the same space as the older ones, providing more power while keeping the same design of the S24. One last feature you can expect in the S24 is that it will still have Google as its default browser. There were reports earlier this year that Samsung was planning to ditch Google as its default browser in their next lineup of smartphones and go for Microsoft Bing instead. This was their way of introducing the fast-rising AI features into their smartphones to lure more new users. But after months of review and considering how the consequences will override the benefits of the switch, Samsung will be maintaining Google as its default browser at least for now. So, you can be sure that the S24 will still be having Google as its default browser. Another thing you can bet on is that the S24 will have Android 14 software together with the latest version of Samsung's One UI software. Which feature are you most looking forward to? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. So, if you were wondering what the Samsung Galaxy S24 would be featuring, these are what you can expect in Samsung's next flagship. We also have all you need to know about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 in the next video. Click on the link to watch and see you next time.